Hello there, great person, and welcome to Let's Watch the endings and openings of Vinland Saga. Finally, after I've finished the series, I want to see them now. We'll just watch them. I will tell you my impressions, and if I would have been spoiled by anything, I try to reconstruct it and yeah, just have some fun with it. Obviously, I have to mute them and stuff, so I'm sorry for that, but we'll just have some fun with them and celebrate Vinland Saga, which I really did think it was a very good anime. It wasn't the best one in my book, because there are just some things I prefer more in anime, I think, or in stories. But I can see this being like the top one anime of people. Like, I can really see why it is. So without further ado, let's just go. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and comment on what you thought. And yeah, here we go. Watch the openings and the endings.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
So first one called Mukanjyo. Let's just go. I really love the Viking ships, man. They're so cool. There's little Thorfinn with his two daggers akimbo. I mean, this just tells me it's Vikings and he's an assassin in a war. Askeladd. Interesting that we get more character development in the opening dialogue here than from him in the whole season 1, other than last episode. It's so fun. But it wasn't a season. It was Askeladd's first season, I feel. Oh, look. The people that he really wants to go home to, that's this heartfelt reunion. I really love the sea animations. Ooh, yeah. Weird King, man. I really like the shrooms of Björn. All the ends just looking down at the carnage. Brilliant stuff, yeah. I do think it's cool to see this like this giant battle here. It gets you in the mood a bit, though I would argue the lyrics are a lot more important. And I also am sorry about whatever this is. I don't know what it is. I can't get rid of it. But and then Askeladd was so awesome. Young Thorfinn as well. I do think it's a bit sad that we didn't get that much internal dialogue from Thorfinn or something. Do we even have internal dialogue from people in this show? Wait, I don't think we have. Perhaps that is why I also have had trouble pinpointing stuff, because we never had internal dialogue. Yeah. You know what? I think that is it. Weird. I don't know. I really like Thor's, though it's so sad what happened. Yeah, and Ylva here. Man, I would have loved Ylva to be so, like, more or less comic relief when they just, I've been over this. But yeah, Stormy Sea. I also, by the way, I think these shots here are also so sad. Even though they're slight, I feel like there's this darkness looming in the distance. Like, this anime, I do think you have to be very careful to see the hope, like look very hard to see the hope in it, because yeah, this world has lost its clarity. And it's basically the lyrics. It's obviously Thorfinn singing around the feelings he has on his mission to kill Askeladd, which is something I would have liked him to say in the anime, but I do think it was Askeladd's first season, as I said. It was Askeladd's first season. Askeladd is probably my favorite character of the show. Because even when he came back after death in the visions, it's so brilliant. But I like that opening, so I really like it. I like the song as well. I mean, I heard glimpses of it, but yeah, let's get to the next one. So this is the first ending, Torches. Endings are always a bit more sad, so... And the focus is obviously on the village. But still be gentle sometimes, yeah. Too bad Toffin wasn't. I mean, he was a bit gentle with the woman and her daughter that then got to the beach. I love that. Was that a manga panel? No. It's so interesting that Vikings sometimes did set out in hope or whatever, and it is just a horrid world. Love the Northern Lights here, though. And there is the dark Thorfinn. I do think he held a torch on the beach as well, so it fits. And there's Vinland. The dream. Yeah, this was like just regret, I guess. It felt like regret, like a hope, and regret a bit and hoping that the future will be bright again. I mean, holding a torch is in a way holding the power, holding clarity, and he's lost it. As he sang in the, or like, I know he didn't sing it, but as he said in the first opening, so yeah. Really love the wave shots. 3D is good. Vinland, man. I really felt like Vinland was sad because it was always in the afterlife. Everyone had their own Vinland in the afterlife. And the sad thing is that's how it was for most people. Death was an escape in a way, and it's so horrid, but yeah. It's like it's always, though, like the endings are more mellow, more thoughtful, more melancholic, and this one was as well. So it's the opening to Dark Crow. I think it's season 1 as well. Yeah, it is. Classical Japanese guitar stuff. Oh yeah, right. I do think this was the war arc with the snowfield and stuff. There they go. Iceland is apparently attacked as yeah, the slaves. And Vinland. The Vinland seems to be Mexico or something. Ah, man, Askeladd with the crown is so awesome. And there was Anna, man. I really think, and you know what, I will not pause. Let's just go. Man, Knut was so awesome here. I do think Knut is my least favorite character of the whole show, though. I will tell you in a moment why. But life is such a chat. The Anna again, the apple of temptation. War is basically the apple of temptation as well. Oh yeah, Torkel. That fight was also the only real anime fight we had. It's so cool. It really was cool. Interesting that the author didn't choose to do more of those. He's just always broken from the darkness, the sections, hunting ghosts even then. Yeah. You know, I really think Knut is my least favorite character. He basically, you know what his thing was, and I know this isn't a review, it's just something I never really talked about. And now that I've digested season 2 and 1, in season 1, Knut was top 3 character, I think. But in season 2, he just, every time he was on screen, I was like, oh god, please cut back to Thorfinn. I don't care. Yes, you're mad. Yes, there's the king talking to you. You are doing political stuff. He was just doing stuff for being king, and I don't know. And the epiphany he had in season 1, like this epiphany, it was not really explicitly addressed sufficiently. I feel like it was a theme that was set up, and perhaps it's in the future, so but it wasn't like he had this deep understanding, and he never talked about the philosophy really again. Like the only thing was with the waves, apparently that was something real he did, like the real one did, but I don't know, he was just wasting my time, I felt, because it felt like, yeah, he's not getting mad because he sees the deadhead, and yeah, he will just try to like burn everything down to be a dictator and give dictator peace. Like, fine. I mean, I've seen that 1,000 times. I mean, he was not that intriguing. He is a good antithesis to Toffin, though, because that's basically Toffin's counterpart, but it's still a boring counterpart, I felt, so I didn't know. I really loved him in season 1, though. I really, really loved him in season 1, and loved his backstory with Ragnar. But he became really shallow, I felt. First, because I didn't hear his thoughts live, man. Live is also such a chat. I love live. Really do love live. Torkel as well, man. I miss Torkel in season 2 so much. Holy shit, he was so fun to watch. And he had comedic parts that fit. Because it fit his character. Because almost every time he was on screen, he was comedic, other than these 1 or 2 glimpses where he got really scary, like when people were really afraid of him because he was so strong. That was awesome. Like, that's how you do a comic relief character. I feel like he was a lot of comic relief. And Ylva, well, I talked about that as well. Yeah, season 1 was so good. So good, though. So let's go to the ending. Ooh, feeling like I'm almost... Oh, the Valkyrie, yeah. I just think I saw a Valkyrie in the ending when I let it run a bit. Wow, this is certainly trauma of war. Can't go back. Yeah, go to the eyes of the same color. Yeah, this is war trauma. Brilliant. It fits, though. Gonna make me drown. You're sending me into war. I don't know if that's the intention, but that's how it feels right now. The soldier understanding they're just used, just gonna go to senseless slaughtering. Crucified as well. Yeah. Also, I just realized the religious part was only with the priest a bit in season 1 and never really played that big a role, and I'm sad about that as well, because it was very interesting. Who wants war, really? I do think only psychopaths that get something from it do like war. And I love the eyes without pupils. The Valkyries coming down. Valkyries are a cool theme, though. I really love Valkyries as a theme. Yeah, this is basically war trauma. Please don't make me go to war. I've got experiences now in my heart that never go away. I didn't want them, and they will scar my soul for the rest of eternity. That's basically the song. And it's what he feels as well. We see it in season 2 play out. Like, this is very well laid out for season 2 stuff as well. Because it's so weird. I actually do think, now that I see this, I do think seeing this ending, both endings would have been beneficial to my understanding of Thorfinn. Because we get here, like, because the lyrics are like statements of his that we didn't get in the show, because this stuff that is sung here is really, really good. And I do feel it would have been like, this is something I would have loved him to say in the show and stuff, or think in the show, like, just him, what's he thinking? Like, I do think, now that I think back, that's what I'm really missing in this show, to pinpoint more stuff. What do you think? Did that, like, are you okay with it? It was, like, it is normally in live action shows, that's how it always is, but in anime, I don't know. Just don't know. So let's go to opening 3. With Knut, River. Ooh, fire in the distance. Above the water. Ooh, and the eggs from the farm. Wow, that one's awesome, that opening already. No. Wow, water. Yeah. Wow, that's an awesome opening. Holy shit. Yeah. Holy shit, that's so awesome. And the flashback episode is also so good. Wow, that's so awesome. Oh my god, it spoiled some stuff, so I'm glad I didn't watch it, but oh my god, this is so fucking awesome, this opening. Wow, man. Yeah, Enormia. Or whatever his name was. Wow, the kaleidoscope effect. Holy shit, shattering. I love the kaleidoscope. It's like you see yourself 1,000 times. It's like reflecting on yourself. Like literally, like you reflect on what you did and stuff and who you are. This is my favorite opening by far. It's probably gonna get topped as well. I just know that already. I love the water as a theme. Also, again, I'm sad that the water and ocean ideas, which are so deep with someone exploring, finding themselves and stuff, were not really in the show, even though that's what so much was about. Like, there were like 3 sentence dialogues about the ocean, I feel. And it was mostly live. It's also why I love live so much. But it's basically, you see, like this opening uses it so well. Like these lines again, man. Now I wish all the lines from the openings and endings would have been used in the show as well. It would have made it so much deeper. Additionally, like holy fuck, they are so awesome. Water running stronger, rougher. That's so good. Like being swept away as well and cleansed. And sometimes you will not survive the cleansing and you drown. So good. Yeah, sea drowning, and I do think this is ice, snow. Arnheid here, yeah. Arnheid. I do think Arnheid derailed it a bit. It went on for a bit too long, but it was. I do think the author really wanted to stress what a horrid shit world this was. Man, this shot of the wound opening here as well, that's so incredibly well done. And then, like, these mirrors, like, awesome, man. This is so awesome. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who are you? Yeah, and her with the slave wreck thing. I don't know what it's called. Kaleidoscope. Man, this is awesome. It's also, this fits so well as well because it's a lot of impressions. Like you just get faces and impressions, and it's how the show was. This is by far my favorite already. I don't think it will be topped actually. So. Oh, this is the ending. Yeah, you see it by the sadness. Like endings always are so sad and melancholic. I really like the crane. Love crane. Also feels like Arnheid is singing this somehow. The ones you left behind that you love, that don't care about you, because if you come back, they will laugh at you. I know I'm a salty asshole. I'm sorry. I'm such a salty asshole. I know. It's so cool what that was with the flashbacks. It was such a strong episode. What has he done? The problem as well is if you're a child, you experience things more viscerally. So it's even worse that he was a child while he was so angry. Holy fuck. Wow, the lyrics are so on point. Holy shit, man. This is brilliant as well. This is so good. Freedom. Freedom of the soul as well, not only from your shackles. No freedom if you spoiled your soul, though. And love, yeah. The theme of love could have been developed more as well a bit. It was the most they talked about love was the priest and Knut. And I'm sad that it was dropped from that storyline, really. When did we have love again then? We had love, like we definitely have love between these two, like a very brotherly love. We do have love between Anna and her ex-husband, though that was toxic in that it led to both their deaths and recklessness. So even though, like this again, the message of this ending is incredibly cool, and it didn't come through in the show, which it would have added again something to the show again. So weird. So weird. I don't know what to think about that. The end, like this ending is also like incredibly well done. Like this ending and the opening are awesome stuff. Let's go to number 4. The Sun. Oh. No. Is that a scarecrow? That's so cool. Man, Snake was awesome. And there's Arnheid again. And what's his face? I know, Arnheid's husband. Garuda. Ooh, that is so awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, it's people just being desperate and hopeful a bit as well. This is back to like the season 1 endings. I really loved number 3 a lot more. Also, this spoiled such a huge amount of plot. Holy fuck. I would have guessed a lot from this, I think. I mean, I at least would have recognized characters already and placed them and had notions. Wow, this is so bloody as well. The sadness that comes with the blood, very well done. And the scarecrow with the moths or whatever. Him looking at the other side of the pond where Vinland is and his father's stream. Yeah. I don't know, this set actually felt a bit like, it was cool visuals. I like the scarecrow, what's it doing, keeping away unwanted things, and then it burns down because the war is unwanted. It comes just spitballing here. I have no clue why there's a scarecrow. I mean, there's a human scarecrow here, so to speak, like the corpse is piled up and stabbed with lances. But it seems a bit shallow. Like the images aren't shallow, but I don't know. It seems very by the book. I don't know why. What do you think of this one? It's like some by the book stuff. People are sad, and there are glimpses of hope. Though the theme is also very explicitly spelled out here. And also, I don't know, man. This is like a human scarecrow, and this is again this one brilliant scene where he faces people in hell. And again, people without eyes. Yeah. Though it was, I mean, it teased a lot of the Arnheid arc. This looked badass, though. Like, man, I love this snake-like, dragon-like, the evil thing, armor. Holy fuck, man, Knut. It's Knut, right? Yeah, it's Knut also covered in them. So he's a scarecrow? He's the one they are afraid of, perhaps? Don't know. And the scales weighing blood weighs more than money or whatever this is. These are weights. I don't know what the message really is. But that's so cool, man. Though it is like many terrible images and some nice ones. And that's how I feel. I don't know why. Like, perhaps I'm too spoiled by the other opening that was utter brilliant. So let's go to the last one. The ending of... interesting. Also, again, Arnheid feeling. But perhaps because she's like the only woman character really in the show that had meaningful, long plots. And it's a female singer. This was also the most down part of the anime. No, and they're just working. Weird. It doesn't feel as sad as the Yeah, see, this is full of hope again, though it was the most melancholic, sad part of the anime. Funny that the ending isn't like that. Yeah, it's really hopeful. Flame will burn forever, like the hope is going on. Count the stars, there's a torch. Very, very hopeful. And I did not get that really from the show itself, at least especially in this part. It was just trying to go through and not like, it wasn't this feeling of there's really hope. It was more like we need to tell ourselves there's hope, otherwise we are like we could just go into that ditch and die. That's how I felt. So it's interesting that there's so much hope in this ending, which is weird because endings, as I said, tend to be very melancholic, and the others were. So this one, where it was the most, perhaps they wanted to counterbalance the mood. Perhaps it was like, yeah, you just watched like 20 minutes of really, really sad stuff, so now here's some happiness, some like the future might be bright, which it never was in the end. Like, it ended with some characters surviving and growing, but so much darkness happened. And yeah. Anyway, like, man, the opening 3 and ending 3 were by far the best in my mind. They were brilliance, utter brilliance. Drawing, song, voice, mood, message, perfection. Interesting. It is so interesting, though, that all in all, I feel like there are so many themes in the lyrics and the pictures, like, and they were so dense and they were like transported. And in the anime, they weren't transported like that for me, not at all. They were mentioned, so to speak. It's like mentioning Harry Potter and reading Harry Potter. Like, mentioning Harry Potter was watching the show sometimes when the themes come up, but reading Harry Potter was watching the openings and endings and really immersing in these deep feelings and complex character thoughts through the lyrics. Weird. So weird. Never had that before. What do you think? Man, Vinland is really an enigma to me. I mean, I'm through with it now. I will read the manga definitely on my own, though, because I saw some panels. They looked awesome. They remind me of Berserk and Dick Grayman a bit. And not a Dick Grayman, but what was the other one? Kingdom, yeah. A mix of Berserk and Kingdom. And it is supposed to end next year, I think so. I want to know how it ends, though I do think there are many, because the basic premise of the show is, okay, there's a horrid world, how can we make it through it? And there are arguments shown, and then the arguments are presented in ways that the author can let them play out. And sometimes the characters are more like side, but the themes are, the author wants to compare, important. But I felt all the themes that there are in that it is about a dark world, like these dark times they lived in, horrid times, everything was shit. How can you get hope? Vinland, let's go there, let's build it. But yeah, I guess they will probably down the line go to Vinland, build something, and then there will be little squabbles and people will not agree sometimes. And he understands that I hope he understands that the evil is within people all the time, and it's not just like you can't just turn away from it. You have to fight. Like, you have to harden your society against it as much as you can, I guess. I hope that will be the end theme. And then you can get close to Vinland, like the dream he had, or not the reality theme he might have. Because even that's also so weird. Like, Vinland is the paradise they always talk about in the show, and if they go there, they will see it's really, really horrifying as well. Probably. So how is that gonna mesh with all these dreams and of Vinland and the Vinlanders, the friends we now? Anyway, though, I hope you enjoyed my Vinland reactions, despite me sometimes voicing some criticisms. But I do really, really like the idea as well of setting something in this time period, like asking how could people even have hope in these times? And it's so interesting, though, that Christianity was probably, I don't know, it's just a very, very shallow hypothesis. I do think Christianity probably had influence on that because it teaches love. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Arcane will start next week, and after that, probably Steins Gate. So, and Evangelion will be at the end of the month. And yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun watching those as well, and take care of yourself. Bye.